All right. No, I'm a few minutes late. Hey, what's good, DeMarcus? What's good, support? We give everybody a few minutes to go ahead and come up in here. Hit the light as y'all come in. Fuck is my goddamn. Ain't nobody eating no chips. I don't know what you had. Shit. God, they punk ass back. They so motherfucking annoying. Hey, that nigga do like Shane Sean. The moment I seen that shit, I thought that. I like, look at this Shane Sean. Look at that nigga they just put out here. All right, so we got a few people up in here. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and just get started. But yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. The nigga from Motor Combat Concord. That's exactly the one he looked like. But hey, speaking of Shane Sean, I think Shane Sean might be out of here first episode, y'all. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna say first or second episode he out. Cause the only reason why I say that, cause like I said up in the the predictions of video, well, the what to expect and stuff. I don't think Unique gonna get two turn this first episode because I believe they're gonna use a lot of the first episode to basically cover how he survived, where he went after that, his recovery process. Most of it gonna be about Neat. Then also they're gonna be covering, you know, Kanan and Rock's reaction to her killing Howard. Police force probably gonna be, making moves about what happened with Howard. And then of course, I think yeah, Snapping Pop Kanan gonna figure out that he bamboozled they bamboozled him, finessed his ass, and now they hijacked his business from away from under him. So he's gonna be working with Rock while happen to give them a certain percentage until he won't no more, because they're gonna take his ass out. Hold on, let me see. Unique Scar is supposed to be scary, just like Scrappy with the eye patch. Yeah, but you see on the later episodes though, Unique Scar gonna heal. Plot that the same dude from Mortal Kombat. You think that is the same dude? I wonder. It might be shit. He looked just like his ass. But anyways, Unique gets smoked in episode 10. So support is on the fence about him being Breeze as well. I know DeMarc has been saying it's B Rilla. We need more backstory on High Post and DEF CON this season and in season 5. I agree with that, Kalinga. And honestly, we might just get that because if you pay attention in season 3, they mentioned both of them. Like, Vanessa in episode 6, pretty much, it was very brief, but she did mention that's how you did High Post. Basically, calling Rock out for setting him up. Ass, and now they don't hide. But also DEF CON, they were talking about how he was feared and all that and shit. So I can see them maybe bringing him up. Cause like I told you, I believe this season everybody's gonna have something from the past that's gonna come back on them. And I believe Rox is gonna be what she did with Howard, High Post, and all that shit gonna come back on her. And like I told y'all, don't be surprised if you find out that she set up Marvin. I told y'all that. A lot of folks said that they don't think so. He just was getting high on his own stuff. That's how he went to jail. I believe she set that nigga ass up. Because if you pay attention, episode, what was that? It was in season 1, episode, it was either 2 or 3, because Lou was getting on him about how he got caught up on his own product or something like that, and then it was the same episode they got to fighting, and then Howard was like, I was set up. I mean, not Howard, Marvin. He said I was set up. So even Marvin think he was set up. He just don't know by who. And I believe it was Rock. That shit might come back. So I think Rock gonna have a real rough season this 4th season. And don't be surprised if Rock get taken out. I'm gonna say that shit again. Because I believe that's what they were showing us. That's what they were showing us in their exclusive clip. The one when they were showing her talking to Kanan and she was telling him, I love you even if you don't love me back. Typically, when they showing things like that, it's because they ass about to get ready to check out. It could be the death of George Thomas. What could be the death of George Thomas? I'm a little. Everybody say I take this English shit deep. We don't even know how or when DEF CON died. That is true. That's something else that they might tell us. Well, obviously, if Unique died, he clearly ain't Breeze. But that's the point. That's the thing. Will he die? But I'm gonna say this. I believe if Nick ends up killing one of the Thomas family members, like if he succeeds at killing one of them, whether it end up being Lou, Marvin, or probably even Joyce, then he probably won't turn out to be Breeze. Because unless he's able to successfully cover it up some kind of way that Kanan don't know about it, or some kind of story get written in that Kanan can find his way to forgive him or at least tolerate him until later, he's not him. So that's what lets me think that Unique won't kill nobody like that. He might take out somebody, a couple of other people, like the lawyer. I can see him taking that lawyer out. The lawyer had through. Quan, his ass through. Maybe even early Tyler. Like he gonna take out characters like that. But as far as one of the Thomas siblings, I don't think he's gonna do it. Yeah, we know how High Post died. We were talking about DEFCON. They didn't never say how DEFCON died. Sasha Penn lied to us. He said Breeze will be introduced in season 3. Well, technically, support, he could have not lied to us. Because think about this. He could have been talking about the birth of Breeze. That's another hint that kind of shot in our basket for the people that believe it's Unique, because they showed Unique at the end of episode 10, and he looked at brand new. And then think about it, the whole promotion. Joey Badass, he's been saying Unique is dead. The Unique you knew is dead. He keeps saying that. And then on top of that, we get a promo clip saying of the doctor saying he might be different. When he wakes up, he might be different from how y'all knew him. That's because he's going to be totally different. So technically, Sasha Penn didn't lie. He's telling you the birth of Breeze will be in season 3, which was the end. And then keep in mind that episode 10 episode was titled Made You Look. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I believe Unique won't kill nobody major in the Thomas family. Hold up. Marvin could find out that Unique is creating all this chaos because until you see that body, he ain't dead. I can see him maybe. I agree with you too, Rob, that the furnace is for Rock or Marvin. Yeah, I agree. I think that Rock could find out that he's creating all the chaos and tell D Wiz older brother that Unique smoked D Wiz to get rid of Unique and protect Lil. That's not gonna happen, bro. Is Rock conniving and manipulative enough to pull that off? Absolutely, but it's like my boy Cedric said. They already gave us one red herring. This is my biggest thing, and I'm open to anybody that can give me a good legitimate answer to why would they do this. I just know I'm super behind on these comments too. He said the right is black last week. So, but anyways, like I was saying, I don't think that they're gonna give us another red herring just to come, because like Ronnie, like I said in my previous video, Ronnie basically almost checked every box to be Breeze. Now Unique coming along that's gonna be acting like Ronnie. I can guarantee y'all you're gonna see a lot of similarities to Ronnie. He's gonna check out for all the boxes. Married to the Game, Love Brother, all of that shit. He's gonna check all of those boxes. So you're telling me they're gonna kill him off and then have another nigga come and act just like them and be Breeze? That don't make sense, bro. Y'all need to just go ahead and see the forest for the trees and realize that that's that nigga. Then on top of that, they killed this nigga, at least so we thought, just to bring him back and kill his ass again. And then he making all the moves that Kanan made against Tariq. Like that shit don't even make sense, right? I'm just saying, it don't make sense. If they did that bullshit, like that'd be crazy. When Royale and Unique took out Scrappy Eye, people assumed that Scrappy was. To be honest with you, bro, I didn't. I seen you say that comment before. When I seen that they did that, I didn't think Scrap was dead. I never thought it was dead. Well, I was support. Obviously, that it's gonna be a dead giveaway if they had that nigga watching Jeopardy. They're not gonna just show him watching Jeopardy until they're ready to reveal him. And like I don't think it's gonna be, who knows though. It'd be crazy to me if they revealed that shit in the first episode. I would love that shit. If they revealed it in the first month, so I can come and flex on all y'all glad niggas talking shit right there. The Marcus, you're gonna be the top of the list, then support. Who else was been saying this, saying other shit? What's that other nigga name that's been saying this B Rilla? I'm gonna go back in all the comments and write y'all ass down and then give y'all all shout outs. And I told you so's letters. Yeah, I'm gonna say this though. That Jeopardy thing is that is the one that's gonna really let us know. Cause obviously, that's what's highlighted by Kanan that he used to do. So, but here's another thing though, y'all. Think about this. Think about this. And I'm gonna tell y'all where Jeopardy is gonna come from. Y'all want to know? I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. And y'all it's gonna be another point for me where Jeopardy came from. Hold up. I'm gonna put this up in the comments here. Give me a second, y'all. So I'm gonna tell y'all why he watched Jeopardy right now. Yeah, saying Love and Alex Trebek is the most unique thing we heard about Breeze, pun intended. But early Tyler probably gonna have Jeopardy on, and Unique might like it. So this is how I'm gonna see it. You said that apartment that he took over Miss Jenkins, Romero was watching it when he broke into Kanan apartment. I don't know about that, but I'm gonna say this. Think about it. Here's another thing that's crazy. When Ronnie was introduced to us, right? They told us on episode, what was it, 2 or 3 of season 3, that Ronnie used to watch TV late at night. Unique confirmed this because when Vanessa was complaining about, him and how he was weird and she didn't feel safe around him, he said that Ronnie always liked to watch his shows at night. Right? And when we first got the introduction to him, what was he doing? He was watching TV. So this tells me there, because keep in mind, they said that Unique Stalks is not going to be the same as what may have really happened. So he's not gonna be remembering shit the way it actually happened. So I believe the fight between him and Ronnie, he's not gonna remember that. In his mind, Ronnie was still his beloved big brother, and that whoever killed him, it was unjustified. I believe he may have that shit. Even though I do think he probably wanted to kill Ronnie too. It's like I think it's his brain is gonna be going in and out. One while he gonna be still remembering Ronnie's alive. One while he gonna be thinking that nigga dead. One while he like, oh, this nigga, I supposed to kill that nigga. One while he be like, nah, that's my brother. I literally think this nigga's mind gonna be fucked up like that. But my point of bringing this all up is that I think he's gonna start watching Jeopardy because it's gonna remind him of his brother. His brother used to watch Jeopardy. That's what I believe it's gonna be. Ronnie used to watch Jeopardy, so in memory of his big brother, every day at 7, he's gonna start watching Jeopardy. That's where it's gonna come from. Put me on the book for saying that, because I'm telling y'all that's what it's gonna be. I'm still not sure on Nick being breezed, but there are some evidence he could be like Unique. He could be like Unique is shown in early seasons to have a routine, always at the tailor shop, and he liked crossword puzzles. That is true as well. He was doing crossword puzzles. You said that kid is Romero, not young James St. Patrick. I said that it could be Romero too, because what makes me think that it's the hair. But I can't guarantee. I mean, one thing is for sure is that ghosts should be popping up any time now because the timelines match. They supposed to be working together. And like I said, this is one I'll give. I know Fairplay said this. I'll give him some love on saying this, and I agree with him. Keep in mind, Tommy said he used to work for Kanan selling weed. His weed selling days are over, so that means the connection between Ghost and Tommy has already been made. They should already be among Kanan right now. I'm just saying. So they're already working together. They already know each other. So that kid could very much turn out to be Ghost. I mean, it could be Romero, but what would be the connection for Kanan and Romero working together? Why would Romero be in Kanan's apartment? Appreciate the super sticker, DeMarcus. Shout out to DeMarcus with the $2 super sticker. But yeah, we still not on crank being Ghost, are we? Look, I'm gonna say this. At the very, very beginning, like this is when season 3 was still airing of Raising Kanan. I was saying that might just be Ghost. But after looking at him more and more, I was like, nah, he look a little too old. Ghost will be like 12 or 13 at this time. So that's when I started having my doubts that that's him. And I never really jumped on that and stayed with it, that's him. I know a lot of people that still saying it, but he just looks too old. But look, what I did say could have happened is that they did a recast for Crank. Let's just say Crank did supposed to be Ghost, but they decided to recast him because they knew that young nigga looked too old. Which he did. Like he looked the same age as Kanan, and he's supposed to be like 5 years younger than Kanan. Kanan looks after him after Simrad gets locked up, probably. I mean, shit. I'm not gonna say that that's impossible. You know, I could see that maybe happening because he felt like, you know, he owed Simrad because Simrad was the one who kind of first put him in the position to be in the game, even though he was selling weed. So yeah, I agree with you, Uno. I think Romero is RSJ. That's my opinion too. I've been saying that for all the people that keep on saying that that's Roller, you way wrong. That's one thing Fair Play said that he is absolutely wrong on. And I'm gonna tell you that right now. Right, petty ass weed man, because RSJ said that his dad was a petty theft, well, a petty criminal that ran numbers. A person that sells weed is kind of a low class criminal. Like it's something that you can get in trouble for, but weed ain't gonna give you real time. Cause this weed not coke or heroin, things that can get you some big time. Roller is 20 something in OG Power, which is in 2014. He not exactly support. But it's people still saying it, including Fair Play. I'm like, bro, he's first off, Roller is too young to be him because you got to think about it, that's 1992. Go back to 2024. If that kid, Romero at that particular time, is at least 10 years old. He's at least 10. So 10 years later, it would be 2002. It was 2014 when passed. So that means Roller should have been in his 30s, which is Ghost them age. He wasn't Ghost them age. He was younger than them, at least 10 years, I would say. Younger than them. And then the icing on the cake that proves that Romero isn't Roller is, like I've been telling people, is that same season. Angela approached Ghost and asked him, who is Roller? She didn't know who Roller was. Keep in mind, Ghost and Angela met before he met Roller. How do we know this? We know this because when she asked him about Roller, he said, a kid from the neighborhood. If you hadn't left the neighborhood so early, you would have known him too. So that means he met Angela first. Angela left, then Roller came to the neighborhood. So that means there's no way Romero is in the neighborhood right now. So people that keeps pushing that theory, it is 100% false. That little boy running, no, that's not Roller either. No, Roller should be a little baby right now. Roller is only 20 years old in the Power timeline. When we first get 2014, when Power first started, Roller is around 20 years old, 25 at the most. That means he's born in like the 90s. So that means he should have been a little baby, not a kid that's around 10 to 12, maybe 13 years old. So that's not Roller either. Roller is probably going to show up in the Origins timeline once Ghost and Tommy start to come up a little bit. That's when we're going to get Roller. Romero and Ghost probably know each other. He gonna be in the same building Kanan apartment in. That I believe, yes. Because like I've been telling y'all, and then shout out to Getting It How I Live, because he did another video today. Me and Getting It How I Live, has, to my knowledge, has been the only content creators that's been pushing that that Lulu is Ghost's father. And folks keep on, and I looked at his channel, people getting all on his channel saying the timelines don't match. Yes, they do. Lulu is more than old enough to be Ghost's father. I did several videos on it. But anyways, I believe, keep in mind, they said Ghost was a punk playing lookout for those gangsters. The gangsters that Paz and Angela's father was referring to was Kanan and Breeze. I'm pretty sure of it. So with that being said, more than likely Ghost lived in the same building as them. Or if not in the same building, close by. You know what I'm saying? They ran with each other. So with that being said, more than likely, we know Romero lives in the same building as Kanan, so it would make sense that for that he turned out to be RSJ, and he also knew Kanan because he did. Yeah, Ghost raised Roller, exactly. So that means, yeah, Roller is Dre age, exactly, DeMarcus. So there's no way that little boy could be him. Dude, did he just say that again after we just told him there's no way that can be Roller? Roller is a little child, maybe even a damn sperm at this damn time. There's no way that's Roller. If Romero's last name is Jenkins. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying 100% that Romero is RSJ, but it could be. When support, and I agree on something. Hell is about to freeze over. Romero, not Roller. He's not. That shit crazy. Lulu, not James St. Patrick father, because Tariq used Eric Starks to get Kanan's ashes. Why did that matter? Oh, DeMarcus. Funny how Kanan and Angela together never had any scenes in OG Power, but both were there when Tommy got locked up. Yeah, bro. Why are you so obsessed with me turning the damn camera on, nigga? Ain't nobody else said that about it. But yeah. So moving along. Matter of fact, I'm gonna touch on this more on this because I'm gonna make a believer out of you motherfuckers today. So I'm telling you, this is something else that I think might be going on in this new season. And man, we basically 1 day away. It ain't 2 days. We 1 day away. Because for me being in the West Coast time, we get that shit at 9 o'clock. So it's coming out tomorrow for us. So but anyways, something else I want to point out, if you pay attention, the two main characters that of Raising Kanan that they hasn't been showing, that that's been a part of this show, that has a big significant part of the show since season 1 all the way to now, that they hasn't been showing in the promos or in the trailer really, is Lulu and Famous. The reason why I think they did that is because both of them are going to play two really big significant roles. Like I think their roles is going to highlight something huge this season. So they're limiting how much they show them in these clips and in these trailers because it'll give away something. That's my opinion on it. So I think the reason why they're not showing Lou as much is because Lou is gonna get that son. I'm trying to tell you, like they got a whole lot. I know somebody, like honestly, I think it was Fair Play, if I'm not mistaken, when I was looking at one of his videos. I believe he was saying that um they just want to show significant characters, like showing the similarities, the reason why him and Ghost got so much alike. But it ain't just that. They got everything down. Like it's too much that matches. They said his father was a drunk. Check. Owned a nightclub. Check. They both got short tempers. Check. Both got taste in Latino women. Check. And I'm telling y'all, the theme of this particular season is people's past coming back to hunt them. Lou is going to end up having a situation where that child that he didn't know about is going to pop up on him. They kind of gave us a little hint in season 3 when Marvin was talking to him about Juke, and he was saying, I don't know anything about what it was like to be a father. They had him say that for a reason because he's going to be a father the next season. And it's going to be one just like it's going. And then the crazy part, I think it's going to be like D-Mac. D-Mac, matter of fact, in Force, Tommy even said this that D-Mac reminded him of Ghost. Think about this. What was D-Mac doing at the beginning of Force? D-Mac knew who his father was, and he was coming around messing up his bar, right? Breaking the glass and stuff, spray painting on it. And then, see, this season of Raising Kanan, I believe Ghost is going to be very similar. He's going to be around, and then eventually, whoever that girl is going to pop up and tell him that is his son, and he's going to figure that out in some kind of way that, I don't know, the lady, she may get killed. She might just dip and drop his ass off. I'm not exactly sure what the situation is going to be. But that shit is going to happen. Unless they gave us another red herring for Ghost's dad that matches every goddamn thing just like they did with Breeze. That's that nigga daddy. They even, bro, I'm going to tell you something else. They even do the same hand gestures, bro. They both stay reading. The only niggas that drink coffee and read up in the entire show that I can think of. Like, and I'm going to tell you something else. You know how every time Ghost mess up somebody's clothes or he noticed that somebody's clothes is messed up, he'll fix it for them? Lulu do that same shit. Let me read some of these comments. My bad. He said Elijah Thomas got a secret that's gonna come out. That I 100% agree with, Uno. I've been saying that for a while now. There's something about Elijah. That's another reason why they're gonna be bringing him up. You know, having Kanan doing a paper on him. He's gonna have a bombshell secret or something that's gonna surface this season. Courtney Kemp, Ghost's father's name is Curtis St. Patrick. Ghost's mom was a nurse. That shit didn't change. Courtney Kemp don't say plenty of shit that don't match Raising Kanan's timeline. So we ain't doing that. I don't heard that one a lot though. If Lulu was Ghost's father, Ghost would have next of kin for Kanan ashes. Not if the records never knew that they were kin. That only applies if you was on record to be related. They probably never. I believe Lulu is going to want to keep that as much of a secret as possible. That's what I believe that shit went down. Think about it. What was Lou trying to do the whole time last season? Separate himself from Rock and Marvin as far as the business stuff. So if he was to have a son, don't you think he would want to keep them away from that family too? He would. Because he's trying to protect them from that life. He don't want to be in it, and he don't want his son in it. But the problem is he's going to be a born gangster just like Tariq was. That would make Kanan, Ghost, and Jukebox first cousin. It doesn't make sense that. Okay, I already don't answer that. I'm not going to address it. You pick and choose. Okay. If Unique ends up being Breeze, I'll give you your props. But I don't know about Lou being. Okay, so look. If Lou turns out to be Ghost's dad and Unique turned out to be Breeze, I need all niggas front and center. And I don't need to hear no kind. I don't give a fuck if my next theory is Courtney Kemp is Ghost's mom. You need to believe whatever the fuck I say. If both of them turn out, I would hear no more mouth from none of y'all niggas. If both of them turn out to be right. And then the craziest part, I predicted both of them over a year ahead of time. Anyways, though, Drunk Lou probably told about something out of guilt, and that's what got him killed, aka Ghost Dad. All right, yay. Lulu is smashing Imani Okogie, the music executive. Okay, he can smash her all he wants, but he smashed another bitch back in the day, and that's the problem. It's gonna be just like a Angela and it's gonna be just like an Angela and Tasha situation. That Imani is gonna be Tasha, and whoever that little hoochie they're gonna show up later on with Ghost gonna be the Angela. And they do that same handshake, Tommy go. Yeah, Uno. That's another thing I said to ugly ass niggas way back over a year ago, and they was swearing up and down to me, bruh, that handshake is common. I was like, I ain't never seen that shit. I mean, I'm not from New York, so I can't. If I have some New Yorkers in this chat, please let me know. And I do have New Yorker friends. Please let me know, is the handshake that Ghost, Lou, and Tommy does common in New York? Because I ain't never seen it. Because one thing I do know is Lou and Marvin and Juke, they do that handshake. So if that's not a common handshake, how the fuck does Tommy and Ghost know it? I didn't say Imani was James St. Patrick's mother. So you misunderstood me. I didn't say that. I said she is going to be like the Tasha. She's going to be the one that Lou is going to currently be with, but another woman from the past is going to surface who is going to be similar to the Angela. That's what I said. And whoever this mysterious woman that shows up, she's going to be the mother of Ghost. Exactly. Support the whole power universe parallels. I've been telling folks, bro. That's how I've been able to predict so much shit and been right on it. Not saying I'm 100% right on everything or even 90%, but I can strongly say at a 70% rate, I've been getting this shit right. And how I've been knowing is, of course, being very knowledgeable of the show and the parallels. That's what's been giving the shit away. Elijah had a baby with Shirley. Hey, Rob, I said the same thing. Because why the hell she so damn fixated on that nigga? I think they do got a baby, and that baby might turn out to be, I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think, you know what I'm saying? I definitely think that's a thing. I think he got a secret baby or some shit. Because if you can remember in season 2, episode 1, I want to say it was Kanan's great auntie or whoever she was. No, the people that he was staying with. Y'all can let me know in the comments. I'm so behind. Well, I ain't that behind. Y'all can let me know in the comments who she was to them. But the one that he went to go live with that was in Virginia, she was starting to spark up a conversation when she was talking to Rock, and she said, yeah, that was before that. She was talking about Rock's dad. And she said before that incident with your dad, and it cut off because Kanan walked in. She was getting ready to say something in regards to him. And I think she was probably talking about that incident when he had another child with another baby. I mean, with another woman. That's what I believe she was getting ready to say. When Rock dies or whatever her fate may be, Lou has no outlets when Marvin dies. Kanan is top dog. Lou gets desperate in business with Unique. And remember, he told Lou, I like when people owe me favors. Yep. I did think about it. It's crazy. I literally watched that episode probably like 2 days ago. And Lou said, I don't get down like that, down with bitch ass niggas. Yep. Unique and Lou always had a personal beef. He said, I told you I take this extra shit deep. Right. Phil Russo could get permission from 5 families for Unique to smoke Stefano. That could happen because, like I believe, Neek or Kanan will take out Stefano this season. So we got another one that's on the fence that's saying you tripping, Ghost. Lou ain't Ghost dad. That's the biggest secret on the show. So you coming in here saying that Lou ain't Ghost dad, I challenge you to prove what knowledge do you have to prove that he ain't his dad. George Thomas knows that Elijah E. Train Thomas had an affair with Shirley. I believe so. Don't think Breeze was getting in Ghost's way. Maybe he killed Lou and Kane and found out later and had Ghost take him out. It could be that. Didn't Ghost have a half brother? Well, allegedly he had a half brother. They said Courtney Kemp kind of, dropped some hints that he might have a half brother, but it wasn't 100% confirmed. What's good, Pepper? So, aunt. So you said that his aunt, it was his aunt. That's what I thought. I thought that was his aunt. So this is my thing. So that was on DEF CON's side. That's what it was. Got it. So now they make, a little bit more sense of how they were aunts and wasn't part of their sister. I was wondering, was that like a great auntie or what was it? I don't know how they didn't think of that. But yeah, okay. Ghost's only brother is Tommy. Courtney Kim lied about the secret brother shit to keep fans speculating. Okay, Mooski, you and Zion the same person. Got it. Evidence is Juke hated Ghost. She wouldn't have hated her cousin like that. So you missed the part where I talked about that they kept it a secret. I don't think nobody knew that was Lou's blood sign. Because keep in mind, D-Mac, just like D-Mac, they kept D-Mac was Tommy's nephew a secret. That's who y'all need to be looking at. In order for you to understand how Lou is Ghost's dad, look at the situation on Force with D-Mac. What happened? D-Mac was going around his father the whole time, but he never knew that was his son until later. Why? Because the mother took him away, and he just never found the father. JP never found him, right? So he was just out there in the neighborhood the whole time, and he never knew that was his son. It's going to be a very similar story with Ghost. Keep in mind, Tommy referenced D-Mac and said that he reminded him of Ghost. They both smart. They both street smart, right? They both good at math. They both good at numbers. And they're both going to have, and then keep in mind, JP down there was a drunk. They got a lot of parallels, bro. Now, the only difference is JP, is JP is gay and Lou ain't gay. But yeah, they got a lot of parallels. One of my theories is that Shirley could be Lou's mother and George got paid to take the child. That'll be crazy. Anyways, Lou looks at Joyce with with this. Distant, but keeps giving her what? But keeps so you're hold on. So you're saying you think Lou knows that Joyce isn't his mom? Because I mean, why would he do that if he didn't know? Okay, he said the market said it would be insane if Detective Santana or Daniel Warren is Elijah E. Train Thomas' child. Huh. But what would be the reasoning of that? Like, why would they make? Because unless Ghost is related to them, right? Why would he be working so closely with him like that? And good, exactly, support. You said you thought she hated Ghost because he put Kanan in jail for 10 years. That's why she said to Ghost herself when Kanan and him went to save Tariq. Right, right. That is true. Because Ghost replied to her when he seen her. He said, "I never did a damn thing to you, Jukebox, for you to do this to me and my son." And then she said, "This ain't about that. It's about his 10 years," and she was referring to Kanan and money. Keep in mind, they said she's a crazy bitch. And you talking about people that didn't give a damn enough to kill their relatives anyway. So why the hell wouldn't she do that? Also, you don't know how their storyline played out. It could be that she ended up growing to have some kind of hatred towards Lou because of that, or some kind of envy and jealousy because of when he came into the picture. Her and Lou's situation became, you know, distant or whatever. Ghost grew up with his father. Both Tommy and Angela have memories of him as well. They never said they grew up. He grew up with his father. They never said that. And then on top of that, like I told y'all, them damn stories and lines has been changing. But they never said he grew up with him. Did they meet? Sure. Ghost Tommy and Angela met his father. That's been confirmed. But they never said he grew up with it. That's just speculation that fans came up with and assumed. Lou also told Shirley she's my mother on paper. He did say that. He said that's what the paper says. That's exactly what he said. Jude told Kanan, "That's your boy. You raised that to be a gangster." You said we met Kate Egan at famous tribute show. Okay, so Lou doesn't know. Yeah, that's a good theory. I agree with that. That's a very good theory. All right, so it seems to me that nobody has any evidence to debunk my Louis Ghost father claim. It's just speculations of what y'all think. And until, like my boy Nate Almighty says, until proven wrong, all of my theories is 100% correct. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. Like DeMarcus said earlier, Tariq wouldn't have had to fake being called Eric Stark if Lewis goes Fox. And like I said earlier, if it's not in the records, then yes, it would. Because according to the system, they don't have any records that they're related. And like I said, also, they probably could. They if they kept they don't mean that Ghost told Tariq that Kanan is your your cousin. because he would be his cousin. In fact, Ghost was trying to keep Tariq away from Kanan. So why the hell would he tell him that they're cousins? Now, maybe Kanan would tell him that, sure. But either way, like I said, they would, even if they knew, let's just say Kanan Ghost told Tariq that, yeah, that's your cousin, your second cousin. Or Kanan told him, yeah, we're cousins. Got it. The record still doesn't have any proof of that. Unless they went and did blood testing or some shit like that to put it in the records. They don't have any proof of that. So no knowledge of that. That's hearsay, she say. So right now, for instance, me and you support can say that we cousins. And we can go and let's say I pass away. You try to go and get my ashes because I ain't got no known family. If you ain't got no kind of proof that you're my actual cousin, they're not turning that shit over to you. Even though you actually are my blood cousin. That's how that shit works. Is Ghost's mother last name St. Patrick? Because if not, she could be Ghost Thomas Lou last name. Well, first off, it was never confirmed what Ghost mother's last name was, nor his father. That has never been named. I kept asking about the Lewis angle, why she called him that 2 or 3. You know what, Rob? Your theory is making more and more sense now. Because that's true. She kept calling him Lewis instead of just calling him Lou, even though he introduced himself as Lou. Why did she just call him Lewis? And hey, that's a good theory, boy. I gotta give you that, Rob. I might have to do a video on there and give you a shout out on that shit. That's a good ass theory because she did kept calling him Lewis, and she's the only one on the show to call him Lewis. All right, we got another super chat. Shout out to you again, DeMarcus. He says, if it would come full circle that Power started off with that Ghost smoke Miguel Alvarez and forced in with Tommy smoking Miguel Garcia. Me personally, it would. That would be cool how they did that. But honestly, I think Miguel gonna get knocked off early. That's just my opinion. I've been saying it for a while, and I think Miguel is just gonna be kind of like, who was a villain that kind of got knocked, that was there and knocked off early, like early in the season, like Zion. Like Zion got killed in episode 6 of last season of Book 2 Ghosts. I think it's gonna be like that, but I'm thinking like episode 5. Miguel is gonna be done because I told you I think that new threat is gonna be the mafia. And in order for them to really give us a great storyline with the mafia, the Italians, when they come in, Miguel is probably going to have to be out of the way. Unless they decide to have Miguel and the Italian mafia together against Tommy. Now, that would be super wild. And I'm going to say this. That shit going to be super fake if they put like Tariq and his little teenage crew gonna come up and help Tommy take down a whole ass cartel and an Italian mafia crew. That shit about to be fake as hell. You said Lewis is a nickname? I thought Lewis would be his full name. It's just Lewis for short. That's what I thought. Your theory could be true because if Ghost had grown up with his dad, wouldn't have been so easy for him to run away and vanish after his murder. No get back or nothing or anything. Well, I've always said this when it comes to that. I think it's possible Ghost himself could have taken out um, his dad. I do think it's possible, but I'm not gonna go full circle and just say full on 10 toes down that that's what happened. I think it's possible because that would make more sense to why he would flee and not come back to that particular area again for so long because he's guilty. The guilt didn't make him want to come out, or even if he didn't pull the trigger himself, he he sort of was responsible for it. Like maybe something he was doing was the reason that he was ultimately taken out. Well, think about this. I just told you that Ghost and being Lulu's father is a secret. I just told you that. If they name him James Thomas, that's a dead giveaway. They're gonna know Thomas. Kanan, you tell, hey, this is James Thomas. He tell Marvin, Rock, or any of the family, yeah, this is James Thomas. It's a dead giveaway. They were like, whoa, who's your family? They're gonna start asking questions, and then they're gonna narrow it down and figure out that's Lou's son. If he's trying to hide it, then name him St. Patrick. Yeah, Lulu is the nickname, exactly. If Ghost killed his own father, then the writer's just lazy. We already seen Tariq do this. Well, you already know they love them parallels, so that could be the case. Honestly, I hope it's not, but judging by some of the stuff that we've seen, I think it is a possibility. Lou is for short in that line of business. It's easy to get fake ID. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, I don't think this is going to happen in episode one, but I still want to kind of bring it up. I think it's going to happen in episode two. All right, so is Rock's death coming? Like, were they foreshadowing her death up in that clip? And if you haven't seen the clip, I can share it for everybody. If you haven't seen the clip that I'm speaking of, but there was a recent clip that dropped that Kanan was writing a paper about his grandfather, Elijah E. Train Thomas, right? And Rock approached him and was like, you don't have any questions for me. I was his favorite. And then of course, Tanner was like, nah, I got all the answers I need from Uncle Lou and Uncle Tommy. I mean, Uncle Lou and Uncle Marvin. So she, after that, noticed that Kanan was very bitter towards her. And like he was, very dry towards her, didn't really want to talk to her. And pretty much she was like, Kanan, even if you don't love me back, I'm gonna always love you. And it was like a really nice look, motherly moment for them. It was a nice little mother and son moment. And I feel like they're giving us that moment because potentially she is getting ready to be up out of here. What do y'all think? These are for the ones that seen that clip. If you want to see the clip, let me know. Why wouldn't she want her baby daddy to know he is the father? Now, come on, bro. I shouldn't even have to explain that. It's women out here that do that all the time. They have a child and don't tell their daddy that that's their son. They do that shit all the time. You can have your own reason. It could be because they think he ain't shit, his lifestyle, whatever the situation is, that they don't want their child around. They could be doing that because of that. It's a bunch of reasons that shit happen all the time. We shouldn't even have to address that. Unique could car bomb Rock vehicle, and Unique detonate the bomb and Rock dies. Well, I told you I think a fire will be involved when it comes to her because it kind of would make sense when I told y'all the similarities between Rock and 50 Cent's real mom. In real life, a lot of women have children from men who they lie or keep hidden from. Exactly. Thank you, support. Because what you mean, why? That's what they do. You got to ask the single mothers that do that shit. I don't know why they do it exactly. They do it all the time, though. They'll have the child and don't tell the father. A lot of them's reason is because they might think the father isn't fit for the child, so they don't want him in their life. Some of it could be because they're bitter. It could be a situation where it was a one-night stand, right? Here's a scenario. It could be a situation where it's a one-night stand and she comes to, she knows good well that whoever the father is don't want to be with her. It was just a mistake that happened. Possibly, and in this situation, we're talking about Lou. Lou could have got drunk and just smashed her, but not really want her. And then she ends up getting pregnant. And Lou already, she probably was trying to be with Lou during that time. And Lou kind of brushed her off like, no, I don't feel that way towards you. That was just a thing that happened. And then later on, she figured out she's pregnant. She's like, I don't want that kind of energy around my son, and leaves. You saying I'm reaching? I'm not reaching at all, nigga. Like you the one sound crazy kind of right now because every dude in this chat understands exactly what I'm talking about. That shit happens all the time. You come like I'm saying something that just one in every million women. No, they do that. I am predicting for sure Rock goes in the finals. It will come out. She was a CI. She probably got high post, DEFCON, and Marvin locked up or killed. I think she's going in there too, bro. Because like I told you, I don't think Stefano introduced that to us for no reason, and they're not going to use it. She going her ass in there because she did a lot of dirt, and it's going to come back on her. And then this is the twist for me that I think is going to make it that much worse. I think it's going to be something related to Kanan. Kanan probably going to do something because of his anger and stuff that he has towards his mom. But he didn't know it was going to go that far. I can see him doing something that's going to lead to her getting killed, but he was just trying to, get some get back towards her and, live his own life. But he's going to regret it once he finds out that led to her death. I can see something like that. And here's another thing. Like I've been saying, in order for Kanan to dominate the show the way it was originally planned for him to dominate it, Rock has to go. Whether it's locked up or killed, she has to be out of the picture. People sleep on the fact that Tommy named his Thomas Patrick Egan and Rock Marvin and Lulu last name is Thomas. I mean, it could be something with that. And then, matter of fact, T Miles, where the hell you go? You go. I just thought about it. You asked that question, and yet we got the show that we're talking about as a perfect example of it. Like that's crazy. He said I'm reaching, right? Didn't Kate Egan do that exact same thing? Like that's crazy. Kate Egan is a perfect example of this, and I'm talking about it with a show, and you're trying to say I'm reaching. Kate Egan hid Tommy Egan's father from her. She told him that he was dead. That's what she did. And you talking about some I'm reaching. Why would she do that? The same reason Kate Egan did the shit. Kanan in season 4, episode 1, you say you love me, but you lied to me my whole life about who my pops really is. Killed D Wiz and set me up. Rock and I'll do it again. Hey, I can see that shit. Hey, support, you saying that will happen? Like you seen a clip that they actually said that, or you predicted that should go happen? That sounds like some Rock and Kanan ass shit. Stefano says to Kanan, "You have a mother who loves you." Kanan got that 500,000 in that trunk with the lock on it. I bet. I agree. I think that's what happened too. Unique, not Breeze. Lulu, not young Jane St. Pat. Lulu, young Jane St. Patrick father, and Jane St. Patrick didn't come back to book 2 Ghosts. All right. All right, Devon, you talking a lot of shit. Right. She also did this shit with JP. Hey, hold up, man. Is there a way that I can figure out if this nigga T Miles still up in the chat? Because there's no way. Come on, my boy. You got 2 examples right there in the show of somebody who did it. He talking about, so why would they do that? And that like, acting like that shit don't happen when women do that shit all the time. Like that's crazy work right there. Shit, my goddamn, bro, we tripping. Shit, Rock did the shit. That's talking about it. Rock did it. Even though she tried to lie and say Defcon was his dad, it was still technically, in a way, she did the shit. Because she, like I said, they don't want people to know, the father to know who they, that that's their son. For whatever the reason is, they lie and keep it hidden from them. It's the same shit. That shit is actually, to say that shit is a reach, that shit is actually quite common in our community. Hell, I got an auntie right now that did the shit. Howard could have put Kanan as his next of kin to get any insurance or death benefits from his job, Can of Worms. He could have done that, and then that could let that would definitely get Rock in trouble, because now the NYPD would know that Kanan is Howard's son. Yep. I believe that would happen, and that could also be where Jukebox and OG Power gets her "I'll do it again" or "deal with it" quote from. Could be. Stefano Marcetti could set Marvin up for the death of Tomosa and Sal Buscetti. I always said if Marvin goes, I think the Mafia will be the ones to do it. So I'm not gonna knock that one. Bruh, exactly. Monet did it too. Bruh, this nigga really, I can't believe you said that one, my boy. I can't believe you said that. Like, that's crazy. Exactly. Monet did the shit too with Z. Like you got multiple examples in this show alone. If Diana didn't lose her baby, she would. I agree. Diana was gonna do that shit too, because she told him that don't work for me, right? And that she was trying to leave because she didn't want her baby, anywhere around the game. So she definitely was gonna do that shit. All right, though. So back to Rock though. So is there anybody up in here that want to say Rock ain't dead because Kanan said he went to go see her at the beginning of Power? Do anybody still believe that bullshit? So I can go and debunk that. 'Cause I know a lot of that shit floating around. And I'm not 100% saying that Rock is dead, but trying to use that as your proof that she's alive is just bullshit. But yeah, things, other things to look forward to this episode. One, I think Juke might go off to the army for her basic training this episode too. I think that's gonna come, and whoever she meets, and I think her love interest that she might turn out to end up, because they said she's gonna embrace her sexuality this season. So she's gonna meet whoever her new love interest is up in probably in the army. Salute to you too, my boy Razul. We got a Thomas up in the chat right now. First of all, Mecca knew Zeke was his. No, he did not. No, he did not. Mecca found out later that was his. He didn't know off the jump. He figured that if you see, you gotta pay attention to the show, bro. You're not gonna pull that on. You can pull that on a casual, but you can't pull that on me. He said he looked when he seen Zeke's name on the news. It hit him like a lightning bug, and he figured out then that was his sign. So that means he just figured it out. He had no idea that was his sign. So you can go ahead and stop that. Their predictions: Quan, Famous, Tremont, Paul, Detective Ping, Stefano, Marvin. All right. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that because I wanna go ahead and break down all of this. So Quan, I 100% agree with you. Not only do I think he is out of here, I think he's gonna be out of here within the first 2 episodes. Like if he don't die episode 1, he's definitely out of here episode 2. Famous will be out of here, in my opinion, episode. He's gonna be out of here for sure in the first 5 episodes, but don't be surprised if it happens episode 1 or 2. Also with Famous, I seen someone say something like that. It kind of gave me a thought that this could very much be how they spin this. That when they put the gun, I want to say it was Mark Dark that said this. That when they put, they released a clip of somebody putting a gun to the back of Famous head, but of course they blurred out the face so we couldn't tell who it was. Could it be that in the actual show they don't show us who shot Famous, and then like they kind of do a not exactly like a who shot Ghost situation, but the entire show they don't reveal who shot Famous until like close to the end. Like Kanan and Kanan and Juke and whoever is gonna be trying to figure it out. and then later on they figure it out, and then we get the outcome of it. I could see them kind of spinning it that way. Trey Mont, I 100% agree. He is out. Paul, I don't know about Paul because I just think, me personally, I think he's just out of the picture already. I don't think they're going to bring him back. But hey, if they do, I wouldn't be that surprised. I mean, if they do bring him back, I think he's for sure done. But I just think he's done unless they have him show back up to snitch because he's mad about his courier service being ruined, and he sees that Ronnie is out of the picture, so he think with Kanan being by himself, he can snitch on him. Detective Ping, I agree with you because typically somebody in law enforcement has to go each season. You know what I'm saying? Like not each season, but typically it wouldn't surprise me because he's the one that knows. They're probably gonna be doing some investigating about Howard, and I think he's gonna get too close to the fire, and somebody's gonna put him down. So I can definitely see that. Stefano, I think he's out too. I think it's gonna be Neek or Kanan. Take him out. Marvin, I'm 50-50 on Marvin, but like I said, if it do happen, I think it'll be something linked to the mafia. So that's my prediction on all of your predictions. Your death predictions that you put up there. When Brilla here, streets need a body, and 411, he gonna put some shit together. Lou gonna be under pressure. I agree with that. I'm gonna say this: if B Rilla does turn out to be, if B Rilla does turn out to be D Wiz's brother, he's absolutely Lou is definitely gonna have a problem with him because eventually that's gonna come out. So that's why on my last video I kind of said it towards the end that if it do turn out to be him, Breeze, aka Unique, could be the one that tells him that more than likely it was Lou who did that shit. Or he could kind of put a bug up in somebody's ear so that they can know that information or whatever. But yeah, I think he's definitely gonna have, and I think it'll be kind of crazy for Lou to want to sign him and have him that close, knowing that he's the one responsible for taking out his little brother. I mean, I get he may do it out of guilt, but that's you playing with fire doing that. Zeke being Mecha's son is still one of the dumbest storylines in books. Hey, how is it dumb, support? Unique could use that to get Britler on his team. So it would have been better if it was Kane. Why would it? Okay. Why though? You said Marvin is confirmed for season 5. How was he confirmed? Because I don't think they did confirm him. How Mecha knows someone is his son off of the name, a name that's crazy. It wasn't off the name. He noticed. I think he said he noticed him by on ESPN with Monet, and then he looked him up because he probably recognized him, said by the futures and stuff. Then he looked him up, noticed that he had. Remember, he talked about the shoe size differences, and also he's probably seen the tattoo that Zeke had, and then that's when he put 2 and 2 together that was his son. But anyways, what if Curtis St. Patrick is Elijah Thomas' secret son? So hold on. So if Curtis St. Patrick turns out to be his secret son, that would still make them related. But I don't think that's what it is. But hey, that's T Miles. All I'm gonna say, hey, You gotta take that up with the writers, my guy. I'm just telling you what they said. Marvin could be in a funeral or hallucination scene in season 5. Maybe Jukebox got married to he or she for that name change. Could be plausible. Um, Jukebox would never mess with no dude, so it's likely a female or she changed her last name. But I don't. It wasn't legal to marry a woman for a woman and woman marriage during that time, was it? Well, unless it was recent, unless the marriage was recent, possibly. I just thought about because it got legal once Obama got in office, right? And that was 2017. Yeah, it could have happened. If it was recent, it could have happened. But anyways, Kanan could smoke Paul for snitching. If Paul shows back up, I think, and he's snitching, I agree with that. There was a picture with Marvin shooting for season 5. It was a picture with him shooting. Okay. I mean, I didn't see that, but I mean, but like DeMarcus said, it could be a hallucination scene, or it could mean he survived. Like I said, me personally, I'm 50-50 on Marvin. Unique is going to kill Paul and take over his apartment. Nah, because I'm because my opinion, I think you're probably leaning towards that. That's gonna be the Breeze apartment. If that's where you're going, then that's not the same place. But I do think he's gonna jack somebody's apartment. Shit, he might. Let's go back. Let's circle back. Let's say that kid is Romero, right? Give me a second. Let's say that little kid do turn out to be Romero, right? And he kicks in that the apartment he kicks in turns out to be Simrad's old apartment. Even though it did look just like the setup for Kanan's apartment. So in my opinion, I think that's Kanan's apartment. But let's just say he takes over you know, Simrad's apartment. I actually made a video about this over a year ago too. Pepper, you say you can't wait to the 8th? Why the 8th? Let me go back. I feel like I missed some shit. Kanan could smoke Keith for the death of famous. This is why Kanan is at the basketball court. Keith was with Freddie when they stuck up famous and Kanan. Hey, DeMarcus, I definitely believe it's something like that going on. Because like I said, it's a reason they went back to that basketball court. Like they had Rock look at the basketball court in the season finale, and then now they're bringing it back in the trailer. It's something up with that basketball court. He gonna spy on Kanan down the hall first. Okay. This is off topic, but do y'all think Marvin killed Gerald? He was found with the needle in his right arm, but he was right-handed. Most likely someone would have shot him up. Could be. And if so, they could come back on him because they did kind of mention that. No, that's not Breeze's problem. That's just where he gonna spy on him. Okay. All right. If you're not saying that's Breeze's apartment, cool. Then maybe. Since we know raising Kanan changing OG Power's storyline, then what about Kanan living a block from Breeze's apartment? I mean, they could change it. Me personally, I want to say they only changing stuff that's kind of necessary to be done. But All right. Because in Bree's old apartment had stairs. The apartments Kanan and Famous stay at are one floors. But he said, hold on. He said a block away though, right? So I mean, Kanan's apartment and Bree's apartment isn't the same, right? I can't remember. Can't remember. Did Howard know Kanan was his son, or they told him? I see why you be asking all the questions and stuff like that. I mean, no, Howard didn't know. Howard found out because he Howard found out that Kanan was his son because when he looked him up after Kanan had that scuffle with Scrap, he looked up his birth records, right? He asked Kanan for his birthday. Kanan gave him his birthday. And he figured out that Kanan was younger than he initially thought he was. Because DEFCON, who Rock was lying to people about, was his father, was already in jail during the time period that Kanan was born. Rock been lying about Kanan's age. So that's how he was able to figure out that during that particular time period, I was the one messing around with Rock. So that he has to be my son. He can't be DEFCON. That's how he figured that out. Howard figured it out. Oh, okay, so you basically explained it to him. Where Takari at and Cedric? I don't know. Hopefully there goes Cedric right there. He just popped in. But hopefully both of them be in there because after the show tomorrow, I'm definitely going live. So after the episode, um, what would that be in East Coast time? What one at least 1:10 a.m. I'm gonna be hitting the live, and in West Coast it'll be 10. It'll be 10:10 Central Time, 12:10. When he had Kanan's blood on the tissue for the formation test. Yeah, he also tested that too. Exactly. He did a DNA test. What's up with you, Cedric? Isn't that when the show airs, or do I have the wrong date? Now, yeah, you had the wrong date. It aired on the 7th. Kanan and Fame, but I was thinking maybe you possibly was in the UK or something like that. And I think the UK might get it a day later than that or something like that. Kanan and Fame's apartment compared to Bree's apartment are not the same layout. Yeah, they're not. Who knows though? Maybe Kanan might get another apartment this season. Could happen. Maybe he move away to another place so that Rock won't know where he live at no more, or some shit like that. He ain't gonna have to worry about crime because Nick ain't dying. At least not yet. I ain't gonna lie though. That so here's another question. I got a question for y'all. You said we're gonna find out that Elijah owns Snapping Pop. That'd be crazy. Hey, I was about to say something. All right, new topic. Will your boy Breeze be revealed this season? Elijah got a loan from Snapping Pops, blood money. Uh. Well, I'm gonna say this: we don't know exactly what happened to Elijah, but we can say this that we did hear Joyce say to Lou that that music stuff was what got your father killed, and then Lou replied to it and said that's not what killed him. So I'm gonna say this: whatever it was, it had to be something related to you know the music. And guess what? More confirmation, if you ask me, that Lou is Ghost dad. Because let's say you turn out to be right, Uno, that he got a loan from Snap and Pop. And then that's probably, let's say he probably couldn't pay off that loan. Let's say he got a loan to open up his jazz band or something like that he was doing. And he wasn't able to pay off his loan. And then, matter of fact, I should make a video about this shit. Give me a second real quick, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm gonna switch this real quick. I like this. I like this topic. Hey, y'all niggas don't say a lot of shit since then. I'm gonna come back to the Breeze. Will Breeze be revealed? Cause I want to talk on this real quick. You say I believe Joyce and Elijah E-Train Thomas got drugs from Snaps and Pops or DEFCON. Breeze and Leo chatting. Hey, I promise we're gonna come right back to Breeze, but real quick, we're gonna talk on Elijah. So let's just say, because keep in mind, like I said, Joyce confirmed that it was something in dealing with the music that got Elijah killed. So, like I said, that could be further confirmation that Lou could possibly be Ghost dad. Because think about this. Lou is obviously in the music business. He's constantly pushing it, right? And who's to say, because keep in mind, we know how Ghost's father died. It was something in relation to some gang members or drug dealers or whatever it was that was he owed money to, or he was trying to get money out of him. And like Uncle Gabe said, he said it would bankrupt them, but he told him he need to pay those drug dealers to leave them alone. But he said it would bankrupt them. And ultimately, the drug dealers or whatever, something happened to him shortly after it. We're not 100% sure, how he died, who was the one who, pulled the trigger, but we know it's in relation to that particular, some foul play. So who's to say that the same thing didn't happen with Elijah? Because think about it, like what Joyce said, is something in related to to the music. So if what Uno said and what DeMarcus said has some truth to it, who to say that the parallels won't be passed down? Lou is the only one between Rock and Marvin and Lou that's trying to do music, instead of being in a drug game, right? He wants to let go of the drug game and deal with music. So who's to say that he's gonna get caught up and not be able to pay a loan very similar to what could have possibly have happened to his father Elijah and suffer the same fate. Also, keep this in mind that Ghost started doing stuff with that as well. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. He said, "I ain't forgot about you, bro. I seen you talking shit on some of my posts. It was funny, yeah, because I've been waiting to breathe. Then I'll go roast you for a week straight." Plot twist: Elijah, he trained Thomas as Ghost Pops. He was a famous musician who slept with any woman he wanted, including young ones. He faked his death to get away from Joyce. Well, hey y'all, I got another one. What you just said, support, gave me another idea. Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna tell y'all that, Jam, real quick. So I'm not saying this one is this is not nothing that I'm putting down. So don't put me on record saying that this is gonna happen, but this would be crazy. So I'm gonna tweak what you just said a bit, support. So let's just say he is, he slept around with a bunch of girls, which I'm sure he did because he was a musician, right? And he messed around, had a child. That could be the family secret that you know the auntie Deb was talking about, and that Juke was talking about in season one. She said, secrets that you don't want to know, right? So that could be one of the secrets. And let's just say that Ghost is Elijah's dad. Because keep in mind, Joyce already told us that other blood. This is 100% not true. So do not do. But let's just say I'm just continuing with supports bullshit story where bullshit plot twist. So let's just say he turned out to be him and he got killed with by those drug dealers, and that's what Joyce was talking about. Clearly, this is not what happened because the ages don't match up. Because Ghost, they said Ghost left after he was there, so Ghost would have had to been a little boy in order for that to happen, and then he went to go live with Tommy, so that there's no way that can happen either. But I'm just saying. DeMarc, we all delusional to a certain extent. But I think he right about that one. We gonna me and Cedric, who else been saying that is unique? All of us gonna get your ass for a week straight. But if it do turns out, I'm gonna say this: if it ain't revealed that he's breezed by episode 9, Cedric, I think we might as well get ready to get trolled by the Marcus then, because it's a good chance we wrong. Because I think they're gonna reveal it before the finale. I mean, they could do it the finale, but hey, I don't know. But I think absolutely they're gonna give us 100% confirmation on who it is. We can go ahead and go back to Breeze now. If we can put that together. Where I left off at. Don't forget, Joyce and Elijah was hooked on heroin, and Marvin had to take care of Rock and Lou. I believe Snap and Pops were their suppliers. That's crazy as hell. Could be though, because 5 it is. They going in to Origins. Y'all making Elijah E. Train Thomas more important than Breeze that. Breeze will smoke unique. Okay. Breeze and Ugly Tyler gonna be cool until Breeze kill Ugly Tyler. Yeah, Elijah E. Train Thomas and Breeze haven't been on screen yet and being talked about the most. Well, we just started talking about E Train. Breeze will be revealed in episode 9 called We don't know 100% that that's the title name now, Cedric, I gotta say. Because Peekaboo was a title name that was confirmed by somebody who had the wrong title name. Because that person also said the answer to, the name of episode 1 was something else, and that was incorrect. So I'm not sure that Peekaboo would be the name of episode 9. But if it is, I can see that being the answer. He could be Tasha's secret brother. Bible Mama said he was sleeping around. Huh? Yeah, you had to explain what you were saying right there. I don't know what you mean. When Ugly Tyler said you invisible, that let us know he's Breeze. I'm gonna say this: that was either a dead giveaway that he is, or they just trying to steer the pot again to fool us. There is enough story to tell without Breeze being introduced or revealed this season. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this for the people that's saying that. Since Rob, I think Rob, you was in the last lab when we talked about this. So if Breeze isn't coming this season, you think it's gonna be season 5? Am I correct on that? Because if you are saying he's gonna come in season 5, do you believe he's also going to roll over to Origins? Because like I told them last time, it would have to be a significant time jump in order for that to happen. Because we're currently in 1992. I'm positive it's going to roll over to 93 this season. So if he does get revealed, let's say he get revealed in season 5. Season 5 shows up. Let's say what, they're going to jump time from season 4 to season 5? Because if they don't, that would mean that Origins would have to start like 95, 96-ish. And if it does, I feel like they wouldn't have we wouldn't have that much. I think Breeze would kind of dominate the show a little bit. Because I think Breeze is going to be similar to how they're doing. This is my opinion. Well, it could work out that way. I'll take that back. It could work out that way. They introduce them in season 5. Then Origins come. Let's say that shit run 5 seasons as well. And then within season 3-ish, season 4, something like that, they knock out Breeze. But I just think that it's going to, unless Origins run a long time, that's going to be hard to do. Because you can't push. They know folks been wanting Breeze for a very long time. So you're telling me that they're gonna have Breeze only on the show for maybe 3 seasons and knock him out because it's gonna be kind of hard for them to tell the whole story of Breeze, how he was, what he taught them, and all of that. Also, while he get knocked off, and then they're gonna have to tell the story of how Kanan set I mean how Ghost set up Kanan shortly after. Because I know for sure Ghost set up Kanan at least. Let's see. I would say it was something like a 7 years later or something like that. After Breeze was already gone. At least 7 years. Could be longer than that. So that'll be a whole lot of story for them to tell if they haven't introduced Breeze yet. Now, if we seen Unique, you know what I'm saying, turn to Breeze, then we already know what Breeze is like because we've been watching Unique for going on 4 seasons now. So they can kind of give us Unique, then go ahead and put, Ghost in the story. Because keep in mind, according to the time period, Ghost and Tommy meet Breeze in 96. Breeze supposed to be dying around 96, 97. They won't have that much storyline left to cover if they do it like that. So that is my opinion. Let's see. He said Peekaboo could be when Rock and Marvin see Unique. That's also true. Hold up, I got some comments I missed. Let's see. Okay, so you said that's what you was talking about. Gotcha. Damn, that's a lot of y'all glad niggas been commenting. Hold up. Peekaboo could be now. Yeah, okay, I read that. Not necessarily. I'm not sure what your not necessarily is referring to, Rob. Breeze Rilla in season 4. Cool. That's the other nigga I was looking for. I was looking for the people who nice. So I got you, Mr. Lane, DeMarcus, T Miles. Hold on, T Miles. Did you say Breeze wasn't Unique? I know for sure I got y'all too. It was one more. He was just up in here yapping. So I can remember y'all and we control y'all ass. I didn't mean to highlight that, but hey, how about this? We're not getting a Breeze reveal until Origins. They're gonna continue to drag it out if he's not Unique already. What does that say? I accidentally showed that, but hey, that's actually a good comment. And but I'll say this, just like what I just got through saying, that I just think they wouldn't be able to effectively tell Ghost and Tommy's story and show Kanan going to jail and the rise of Ghost and Tommy like that if Breeze hasn't been revealed before Origins show. Because think about this. Unless they fumble hard on Breeze, meaning they only give us a few seasons of him, there's no way they can do that. Now, if they go ahead and put him in the end of Raising Kanan, which is what I think they're doing, they're going to give us the last 2 seasons of him in Raising Kanan, and then maybe in Origins, he's in 1, 2, 3 at the most seasons of Origins, and then knock him off. We would be satisfied because we got him for at least 4 seasons. Is it true K Dot is gonna pop out for a cameo in the Peekaboo episode? I haven't heard that. I seriously doubt it because I mean he already showed up in the original Power. So how would they pull that off? But I don't know. Remember, Pop said that she used to rock as a little girl playing on the porch. I think Snaps and Pop had some kind of relationship with Elijah and Joyce and supplied them with dope. That could be very much the case. Said yeah, we talked on that. That could be it. I do remember her saying that. Peekaboo could be when Rock and Marvin see Unique. Okay, we saw that. Yeah, Joey Badass would roll over to Origins as Breeze, and he will be the top paid actor in that series. I can definitely see that. Yep, definitely can see that. No time jumps are needed. Origins could be very similar to season 4 of The Wire, which was awesome about the boys. See, I'm not familiar with The Wire, so that I can't really say how that went. Not sure. Now I see that no villain has lasted longer than 3 seasons. This is how I know. DeMarcus, you said that last live, and I debunked that. I told you, yes, they have. Lobos was like I told you, Lobos was supposed to have been on there longer than 3 seasons on Power. The only reason why he wasn't was because the schedule got busy. They already said it. They said they love Lobos. He was originally supposed to have been on there longer, but and then Unique wasn't a villain either. That's another thing. He was Unique, and you said longer than 3 seasons. This is season 4. He's in here 4 seasons now. So either way, that doesn't make sense. But I mean, I guess you can say he was the villain in season 1, I suppose. Yeah, I guess he would be the villain. Season 2, he was partially he was, and it also was the Italians. And then season 3, he wasn't the villain. The villain was Ronnie. And then now season 4, he comes back again. But like I said, originally they wanted Lobos to be in there with. He said, "Let me come with it. Let me talk about shit. All right, I'm gonna let you talk your shit. We gonna pull you up. Matter of fact, I'll send you the link so we can get on your ass. So we can all get on your ass. Soon as they show it up, that nigga Unique say, "Hey, Kanan, call me Breeze." He gonna tell him that so the folks won't do it. Rasul said Breeze not Unique. Okay, you added to the list too. I didn't comment on nobody, but about being about. I'm guessing you meant about Unique. Yeah, T Mouse, you right. You didn't say nothing about that. That's my bad, my boy. But I hope we get a scene with Phil Russo and Snaps. Spirals, Von, what's that? Vondos and Bonk from the Wire. Yeah, see, y'all talking about the Wire again. I swear, y'all gonna make me go and watch that shit. I swear, y'all references that shit a lot, and I still have never seen it. I heard. I want to bet money be realer as Breeze. You gonna bet and lose that shit. If we don't get Breeze this season, I definitely would clown you as ass. Trust me, I know your ass a chump. They may drag out Origins to give us a full understanding of Ghost. They could, like I said, bro. In my opinion, I think they have to give you Breeze in Raising Kanan. They have to. I don't think he'll be killed in Raising Kanan, but he has to be revealed because that is gonna take. Um, and then this is the thing: Kanan needs somebody to, teach him the game Because remember, he said he was under Breeze too. That's basically who taught him everything. What other big time? Think about this. Even if it do turn out to be B Rilla, who y'all trying to say is B Rilla, right? B Rilla been in jail. So you telling me, and then he don't look too old. B Rilla looks like he's maybe unique them age, right? And no, actually, I would say he's probably younger than him. B Rilla look like this nigga might be. He might be like in his early 20s. So let's just say he is B Rilla. You're telling me he's gonna be able to dominate Queens and take over, like take out Unique, take out Rockin' them organization, and just out of nowhere, conquer the whole drug game on that side by himself in that short period of time. I think that's very unrealistic. But what will make more sense is somebody who already has the spirit experience, somebody who already knows the game, and somebody who's already known, who already know all the layouts, the whole blueprint of the city, and they take it over. That would make more sense. Unique has already been on top before. And for him to rise, and all it takes for him to just use what he already knows and rise all the way back up to the top. That makes way more sense than somebody new that we never heard of to just come and take over in what? Because this is already basically 1993. So he about to just come over and take over, like similar to how Tommy did with Force, which I think is also kind of unrealistic. But hey, they're saying it takes time to do that, to rise to the top like that. It don't just happen in an instant. But anyways, let's keep going on these comments. They may drag. Okay, I read that. We need to stop obsessing on Breeze just like we need to stop obsessing on Ghosts coming back. Well, that ain't gonna happen, my boy. I can guarantee you that. Okay, we watch Battle Rap podcast. Are you somebody new? Salute to you because I ain't never seen you on my channel. But he says it would be just like Power for Breeze to be unique. We had all these Breeze questions, and it'll be just like them to show us his story, then do a reveal and be like, here's his story. These are top-notch writers. They not going to bring a huge character like Breeze in the last minute to rush the story. Exactly, Cedric. We've seen Breeze's origin story since season 1, and didn't realize it. That's exactly that's the part that's getting me the most. That they would just have a new character come out of nowhere, dominate the game like that, and then Origins show up and have them killed off early. Because unless they're going to end Origins shortly after Breeze died, which wouldn't make sense because that's not showing Ghost and Tommy's rise to the top. So that means they would have to rush Breeze's story. And they're not going to do that. What makes sense is that we've been looking at him the entire time, like Cedric said, and then we finally realized, okay, this is Breeze. Because he did mention, keep in mind, in season 2, he said, my name don't hold no weight in the streets. He said that. And all the moves that we seen Kanan make in the original Power, Unique has made. We know for a fact that Breeze was Kanan's mentor. So it all makes sense. Yeah, I can try to deny it all you want, but it makes sense. No villain lasted 3 seasons. Tasha's still alive. What you mean? Hey, I'm highlight that just because that shit funny. So you think Tasha was a villain? Tasha ain't a villain, but oh boy, that shit funny. Trying to think. And shit. And here's another thing. Oh yeah, matter of fact, DeMarcus, bring your ass back out here. I gotta get on your ass. Hold on. Where your comment at to said that bullshit at? I'm finna highlight it. Cause you said some bullshit and I got it. I just thought about the biggest bomb to drop on your ass to debunk that bullshit. Had that damn comment at. Cause you go say some no character lasted past 3 seasons. There you go. DeMarcus, you really said this bullshit. DeMarcus said no villain has lasted longer than 3 seasons. This is how I know Unique is not Breeze. Nigga, wasn't Kanan a villain the entire original Power? He was the villain that was messing up the organization in season 1. He was the first villain. He was the villain in season 2. He was the villain in season 3, basically. And he didn't die until season 5. So that is 5 seasons of a villain. What the hell are we talking about, DeMarcus? You are officially cooked on that one, my boy. Hold up. Hold up, man. Jordan Green said fair play is super trash. Don't listen to him. What made you bring up fair play? We didn't even mention that nigga. I so happened to go down in the comments and see that shit. We're not talking about fair play. All right, let me go back up to the comments I missed. Let's see. You said Shamik Moore is Breeze? No, he ain't. And who else? Who said this? I can't remember what channel said it, but one of the channels I know that said they don't think Shamik Moore is going to be Breeze because he's not tall enough, and I agree. More than likely, a character like Breeze, he's gonna look. He needs to look at least a little kind of intimidating looking. It's gonna be very hard for you to say Ghost and Tommy and Kanan was under a little nigga like that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but more than likely, I would say no. And that goes back to the Rush story. If they make him Breeze in season 5, they would have to rush the Breeze storyline in order to tell Ghost and Tommy's story. And I just can't see them rushing the storyline. Yeah, I remember you saying that, T-Miles, that Game of Thrones was #1, then The Wire. I remember you saying it. Now, I can vouch for Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is really good. I've seen that several times. The Wire, I still have to check out. I think that Shamik Moore could be the leader of the RSKs in season 5. Okay, so DeMarcus, I'm going to say this to that comment. You remember in season 2, Kanan was telling Q-Dubs that he was the one that gave the RSK territory to Ghost and Tommy, and Ghost and Tommy gave that to Roller. So the reason why I'm mentioning this is that is it possible that perhaps Kanan was the one who created the RSKs himself? You said Don. I don't want to butcher your name. I'm just gonna call you Don. That last name, what's that? Valadares. I hope I'm not mispronouncing it. But anyways, he says they could do Origins till episode 1 of OG Power. That shit would be long as hell, my boy. Because you do know that Ghost and Tommy at starting on the original Power are at the age of 35. And Raising Kanan currently, Ghost and Tommy are 12 years old. So that's like 20-something years they have to cover. Seriously doubt it. They would have to be doing a lot of major time jumping. Now, I do think Origins, and you know what? My bad. You actually could be right. Now, I'm gonna take back what I just said, but that would make sense that Bree's story would have to be more so told in Raising Kanan, and then they just knock him off early in Origins, like I said. But see, we would be satisfied because we've been watching Breeze the entire time in Raising Kanan. But if you knock him off early in Origins, and then we didn't get to see that nigga until the end of what Raising Kanan, or potentially even the beginning of Origins, the fans would definitely thrash the show. They would say that shit was trash, which it would be. Raising Kanan tells us Kanan learned the game from multiple people, so Breeze didn't teach him everything. OG Power got retconned. Okay, I mean, not really, because if you pay attention, nobody has taught Kanan the game. Everything he knows as of now, he picked up on his own. They taught him a little bit, like Marvin told him a little bit of shit, and Rock teached him how to cook, but they didn't teach him the game. That's similar to Tariq. Think about this. Tariq was picking up shit here and there in the beginning, like, when he first started really wanting to be in the game in Power, but nobody taught him the game. Kanan kind of, taught him what he knew, but he didn't really get to teach Tariq the game like that. Tasha taught him in season 6. So the same thing could happen here in Raising Kanan. He learned shit here and there, just like he learned shit here and there from Kanan, from Ju, from Ray Ray, all the people he was hanging out with. But nobody really taught him the game, exactly how to do it effectively, and not how to do it without getting caught or getting killed. Tasha taught him that. So the same thing could happen with Kanan, even though Rock and Marvin taught him little stuff here and there, and Ronnie. Ronnie kind of was still, taught him too. But Ronnie never rose to the top with Kanan. Kanan never seen nobody rise to the top teaching him the game. Unique, aka Breeze, will be the first one he see it with his own eyes and be directly under them. He never had that situation. So B Rilla could be D Will's brother. Now I think that's way more plausible than B Rilla turning out to be Breeze. Also, what I've been telling y'all, for all the B Rilla is Breeze saying ass niggas, I can almost guarantee you, without even knowing, that B Rilla is going to be a average at best actor. Why? Because he's a fucking rapper that turns actor. Not saying that it's impossible, but typically when they try to get a person that's already known to come and start acting, they acting skills don't be the greatest. Breeze is a very iconic character. So more than likely, they wouldn't want to fumble the character with a mediocre actor. I mean, who knows? He could prove me wrong. He might come over here and killing the scene. Could be. But historically, especially on 50 Cent shows, when they do that, they turn out to not be good actors. I mean, I get it. Unique turned out well. I'll give him that. Unique turned out well. Who else? 50 Cent himself. But 50 Cent had already has experience. About time Power came. And who else? I mean, shit. That's it, really, that I can think of. What's up, Ghostin? Fair Play, the only one in the world that think Breeze going to die before the end of Raising Kanan. Oh, that's the reason why he said what he said about Fair Play. I hadn't read this comment yet. How long you been live, my boy? Oh, well, I've been live for 2 hours now. It says it at the top. Remember, Ghost shot Breeze in the back of the head. Kanan killed Ronnie the same way. Actually, Ghost shot him in the face. We got that confirmation from Tommy. Episode 7, when he was trying to tell Ghost that Roller was the one behind the hits. He said, and I quote, Ghost asked, why would Roller do it? And Tommy said the same reason why 2 former corner boys looked Breeze in the eyes and shot him in the fucking head. That's what he said. So that means, see, Kanan said he shot him in the back of the head, but that just shows us there that Kanan wasn't there. He probably went by a story that maybe Ghost and them told him. But Tommy said 2 former corner boys. So that means him and Ghost was there. And he said they shot him in the head. He said looked them in the eyes and shot him in the head. So that means he was shot looking at them in the front. Anyways, Breeze TV, what's up, y'all? There you go, y'all. I told y'all Breeze is coming season 4. Here you go, right here. Right there, Breeze. Y'all supposed to stop playing out here, man. Anyways, OG Power had also said in season 1 that Tommy Bolt and Tommy looked. It's crazy. I literally just got through saying that and you saying it. But yeah, similar to what they did. Let me hurry up and get through these damn comics because I'm behind. If Breeze should make more, I think niggas would be pissed off. Breeze didn't have time to get scared. Okay. Tariq, a villain. He's still alive. Fair Play is super trash. Okay, I read that. Don't listen to him. Hey, Fair Play be having his minions coming up in these chats to check y'all. Y'all better be careful about that. Lobos, Dre, Kanan lasted 3 seasons. You mean lasted longer than 3 seasons? Gotcha. Which all of them. Lobos died in 3 seasons. Lobos died 3.5 seasons. And he died episode 6 of season 3. Kanan was the main villain of Power. Lobos, Milan, Jason, and Vincent were the season villains. Right. And Kanan, exactly. And Kanan made it to season 5. And that's the same thing with Unique. He's going to be the main villain, which is going to turn out to be Breeze. Y'all have to excuse DeMarcus. He was dropped on his head as a baby. Kanan was a victim seeking revenge. Dre was a long-lasting villain. He said, Fair Play, Ben blocked me. It's crazy. Kanan is not a villain because he actually saved Ghost's life when Dre shot Ghost. Nigga, he did that in season 5, the same season he died. He was a villain for 4 seasons. And he still was a villain because in season 5, he was still trying to make Ghost and Tommy kill each other. He just wasn't going to do it himself because of Tariq. That nigga was a villain. Stop. You can stop trying to justify that bullshit, DeBarge. Fair Play is dope. Stop hating. I think Pops done fucked everyone in Queens. God damn. Fair Play blocked me also. Damn, Fair Play on a blocking spree. Hey man, y'all calm that down before he blocked me. He ain't blocked me yet. I love giving looking out for my other content creator. And for me, whether I think they content good or not, if I stumble across them and think they did a good video, I'm gonna give them props. And if I mention it on my channel, I'm gonna give them props. It's just me. But anyways, Game of Thrones is ass during its final seasons. Don't count. You ain't lying. The last season was kind of trash. Let me see. Episode. And it's crazy because season 7 was so good for them to stumble like that, like just fumble in season 8. I'm trying to think, was any of the episodes of season 8 good that I can remember? I mean, the episode where Mushandi got her head cut off was cool. All these characters are villains. What makes villains evil, but sympathetic anti-heroes is that we understand that what motivates them and that justifies what they do. That's good writing. People don't realize that Neat been working in the shadows since season 2. Hey, I actually mentioned that on a video, Cedric, and I agree with you. After he got out of jail, he couldn't operate in the open. That's why he had to flee to Jersey and hook up with the Italians. Exactly. That's what I was telling folks. He been showing his hand that he gonna be working in the shadows since season 2. Hell was about to definitely freeze over when Cedric and I agree on something when Fair Play blocked us both. All right, here's the deal. And anyone say both Fair Play or they last niggas trash getting the timeout. Don't start no beef. Hey, Fair Play jumped in my line one time and turned up on me. Told me to keep his name out of his fucking mouth. He went Will Smith on me. He probably would have slapped me if he was in person. He would have paid for that shit, but he probably would have tried to slap me. Hey, but like I said, all shits and giggles, bro. I ain't got no beef with Fair Play. Like I told you, I think me personally, I think he put out good stuff sometimes, but he do be inaccurate with a lot of his takes on certain stuff. That's just be the truth. Now it's one thing to make a theory and be wrong about a theory. That's different. Everybody do that. But sometimes he'll say stuff about stuff that happened that didn't happen. My boy, Young Menace, was good. Welcome to the chat. Joy Gray said, "Man, Fair Play be rambling about his life and fitness journey and his beliefs and not about the power fact. The boy is a flop. Even Universal Power Block. Damn, Universal Power Block you? Hey, I gotta hear about that one, Cedric. Because the Universal now that's one I'll vouch for. Universal Power should be good. Now I do think his last couple of videos been, cool. They ain't been great. They've been cool. But he don't put out some fire ass shit. Now I'm gonna say that about him. But I still think for me personally, outside of if I can't count myself, my top go-to person for me is Getting It How I Live. That's just me, because I just think that nigga be catching shit. And then he line it up and make it make sense. And then me and him be aligned on a lot of stuff too. Like we'll be on an agreement with a lot of shit. So I think he probably, for me, him and top Universal Power is the top ones for me. Obviously, we know the biggest channels is Mark Dark and Movie Bot. We good, Young Menace. We've been on the chat for almost 2.5 hours. I'm actually getting ready to end it. You kind of caught the back end of it. I'm only blocked by Fair Play because he used my theories and give his boy Marco all the credit. I still don't know who Marco is. Joey Badass actually has a lot of acting experience. He went to school to study acting since he was young. Yeah, I know, Cedric. And that's the only reason why he turned out. But the only reason why I mentioned him on that is because he's also a rapper. So that's why I said he turned out well. But like you said, he has acting experience. So that's the reason why he actually turned out well. But a lot of these other ones that a rapper turned actor, they be bad actors because they don't have any experience. They just be going off their popularity. Pop needs to give me some, bro. What? Yeah, we ain't finna be saying, we ain't finna be doing that. Um, damn, you must have got on getting in how I live nerves. He cool with me. Yeah, I remember support said get how I live blocked him. That's crazy. It's hilarious that Fair Play only called out me out when he blocked a lot of people. Hey, I'm gonna say this, DeMarcus. He be hiding my comments. He didn't block me, but he definitely be hiding the comments because I one time when I know for a fact he stole one of my videos, I mentioned it. I looked on there, my comment wasn't showing because I like logged in on another one of my channels and didn't see that shit. I was like, oh, okay, he blocked it. He blocked the comment, and like he just won't address it, or like when you say something that's inaccurate that he be talking about, like yeah, that's not true. Like for instance, one of the times I was telling him that Romero wasn't Roller because it's impossible, and he didn't address that. I mean, it's okay. Like if you catch me, I'm slipping on something, you tell me I'm wrong about something, you prove it, I'm like, damn, you know what? You're right. Because I don't understand why niggas got to do that. They exploring some of that need to be right bullshit. And like, bro, you don't have to be right. Just admit that you're wrong. I feel like whether they villains or not, they always be a villain in them. Yeah, but more so when we mean by villains, we're talking about like villains as far as like the main you're against who the main antagonist is, like who the main character. Like obviously, Rock is the main character of Raising Kanan. Her op has always been Neek for the most part, so that would make him the villain. Just like in Power, the person who was against Ghost, his first real villain was Kanan. He was the one that was messing up his organization. He had a battle against him at the end of season 2, and then he came back in season 3 and was still making noise. And 4. So Kanan was a villain. Now you do have times where sometimes villains can be converted over to become good. Unique can't be breezed if plan was to kill off his character in season 1. That's mumbo jumbo, I believe. I don't believe they actually plan to kill him off in season 1. They just telling us that to throw us out. And even if that is the case, you can always change writing. Like me, I'm a writer myself. A lot of times, this is how typically it works. When you write a story, when you're writing a script, particularly a series, you're gonna know how you're gonna start and end the series from the beginning, or at least you're gonna know how you're gonna start and end that particular season. And if you're pitching, which is what they did for Stars, you're gonna know how the story is gonna be done from at least all the way up to season 3. Like let's say you want to go 5 seasons, you're gonna know what they're gonna be doing in season 3 already. So you could fill in, the storyline as you go, but you already have what you call a pitch deck and a storyboard of how you want that to go and a Bible of how you want that to go, and then you fill it in. So originally, the unique character could have possibly about to be killed off. And then they seen how much how well his story was going, and then they decided, you know what? Nah, let's keep him around. Because they did the same thing with Dre. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Courtney Kemp confirmed this. Originally, they supposed to kill Dre's character off a long time ago. But they saw how things was going with Dre, that his character was, doing so well that they decided to keep prolonging it. because he for sure is supposed to die in season 5. He's supposed to die in the shootout against Ghost and Tommy in episode 1, but he ended up making it to season 6. If I'm not mistaken, he's supposed to die even before then, but he made it longer. Another example: Lobo's supposed to last it longer than when he lasts. Jukebox supposed to last it longer than what she lasts, but circumstances changed the writing. So that doesn't mean that he automatically can't be Breeze because they were planning to write him off in season 1. Beat the shit out of Fair Play. What are you talking about, Jordan? Not beat the shit out of Fair Play. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyways, I used to challenge Universal Power a lot, and I think he got fed up with it. So what did you challenge him on? Jukebox could smoke to Mesa to save Marvin. Who the hell is Mesa? Or Tomasa, whichever way it's pronounced. I like your chats, my guy. You give the power facts and you put time in this. 100. Appreciate you. Cedric, you more annoying than support gamers. Say it ain't so. Fuck around. Hey, that nigga Ronnie can stand right, boy. For real. Do you think that we will see Adina and Captain Burke this season? I can see Adina showing up. I don't know about Captain Burke. I just think his story. Well, but then again, though, their storylines exist together, so possibly because of the Malcolm Howard part. But I don't think it's going to be a major story. Getting How I Live be having a lot of reaches, like Ghost being Kane's father. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't go that far. I can't wait to see Unique this season. No one ever gave me a feeling on being Breeze until Unique stepped back on our screens. I honestly don't know how Ronnie gave people the thought he could be. Well, I thought it because, like I said, he filled out of the descriptions. Breeze is based off appearance and the way he acted. I knew he wasn't Breeze, but the way Unique is moving in these teasers, wearing all black with the hoodie and moving around like a shadow, is how I imagined Breeze would be like once we seen him on screen. Oh, his son-in-law. Gotcha. Okay. Well, finally caught all the way up on these damn comments. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all now though. I probably got like 5 more minutes on this live. We've been on here for 2.5 hours, so probably gonna do it for run for 2 hours and 40 minutes. So, any last comments or questions y'all want to make, we can go ahead and get them in. Also, like I said, be tuned in tomorrow. Well, I guess it wouldn't be tomorrow for some of y'all, but Friday, right after the show. After the episode go off, I'll be going live again for live, reactions to the episode. We can discuss all of it. What we all saw, what's our predictions for the next one, things in that nature. I just hope we get a 2 to 3 hours show after show on the first episode tomorrow night. Yeah, I'll definitely be on for 2 to 3 hours tomorrow. Appreciate you, T Miles. I still ain't forgot about you though. Hey, T Miles though, just curious, is your last name Miles? Okay, if that's the case, you guys, we share the same last name. Shit, where your people from? We might be related. I feel like Kanan gonna burn bridges with Rock where she'll try to fix things where Kanan is destroying. Definitely, I think that's gonna happen. Will Lulu catch a body this season? I would say yes. I think I think that's what they mean. If you've seen that the synopsis where it's saying um, people are gonna have to embrace who they are. You are who you are. Could be the difference between life or death. So I think Lou is gonna have to catch a body in order to survive. I think he's gonna be doing his damnedest to get away from it. But similar to Ghost, he's gonna still have to take people out in order to survive. Like similar to the end of Power. He didn't want to take out Maria Suarez, but he at the end he was getting ready to head over there to take her out after he had his meeting with Ramona, but Tommy had already did it. I think we're gonna see a lot of that going on. When will when we getting that ugly ass nigga and Nate collab again? You know what? It's good that you asked that, Cedric. I'm actually gonna reach out to Nate to see will he come on the live with me. Um, Probably Sunday. I'm gonna reach out to him because I told you I want to start doing lives on a particular day and do it. So I'm gonna reach out to him and see is he down to do a live with me, so we can do it. We can do it live. Y'all can just ask us both questions, and we can both give our theories and thoughts and stuff on the episode and what we think might be coming. So that'll be up to him, on his schedule and stuff like that. But I'm gonna definitely reach out. But it'll lead up to either she dying or done with the game for good. Well, she can't get out the game if Stefano's alive, because remember he told her it's only one way out now that she back in. All right, so T Miles, quick question: what part you from? Appreciate that, Demarcus. Always pleasure to have you in, but we still wait. I didn't know you was from Memphis, Rob. That was up, my boy. Anybody else from Memphis? I live out east. You definitely got that South Memphis way of talking. Yeah, I'm from the Haven, so yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah. Hey, I don't know Brulo. I actually never engaged with him, but like I said, I'm definitely open to it. He said fair play over there rapping right now. Hey, I hope you do a collab with Mr. Power. If you reach out to Mr. Power and he say he want to do it, I'm always open to it. I'm pretty much open to doing collabs with all Power content creators. Yeah, I'm about to end now because I got another engagement. I got to. You said you from the west side of Chicago. Well, we all know Chicago and Memphis. It's like all our folks. You know, it's like we just go from place to place. We gonna go to Memphis, go to Chicago, have kids. Chicago come to Memphis, have kids. So more than likely, bro, we probably related in some kind of way. All right, Brooklyn in the building. It's always good to have New Yorkers up in here too, bro, because I feel like certain aspects of Power y'all probably understand it a little bit more than us because y'all actually live in New York, and that's why I was asking with that handshake thing. Is that something common that y'all do in New York? Atlanta, okay, Atlanta up in here. Got lot of love for Atlanta. I got a lot of peeps that live off in there. Sometimes I actually think about moving to Atlanta. If I can collab with Mark Dart, that would be real crazy for sure. But we would somebody. I don't know. Somebody would have to. I guess I would have to really put some effort into reaching out with him to see would he be down to do that. All right, Cedric. See you tomorrow, my boy. The Bay Areas. So you in Cali. So you in Cali with me right now. Hey, I'm gonna watch. I know I've been saying it for a while, but I promise you, I'm gonna take the time out to watch The Wire. He said, "Don't move to Atlanta." Wait, support. Where you at? What part do you live in? So you in Oakland? Cool. Are you a Warriors fan? Everybody be safe tomorrow. It's game time for radio. Yep, game time tomorrow, folks. Yep, be safe. Yeah, some of the questions I asked y'all, y'all can actually get back to me in the comment section. I'll answer y'all, but yeah, I gotta get ready to head out. But yeah, thanks to you for everybody who's stopping through, and I'm gonna see y'all boys late tomorrow. Hey, that's what's up. I fuck with the Warriors too, my boy. Y'all be safe.